It's taken decades, but Lolita will finally be freed and return to her home waters in the Pacific Northwest, but it's going to take some time. It could take up to 2 years before Toki, as she's also known, can be moved to a sea sanctuary.
And there is so much preparation work that needs to be done before then. Local 10's Louis Aguirre has been at the forefront of the fight to free Lolita and is live with the details of the plan. Louis.
Yes, that's true. Let's be clear. This is just the first step, but momentous because for the first time ever, the new owners of the Miami Seaquarium, the dolphin company, have entered into a binding agreement with the nonprofit Friends of Lolita or Friends of Toki to send the 56-year-old orca back home. As the rain came down on Tokite, the orca living in captivity at the Miami Seaquarium for 53 years, big news about her future was being announced at a ballroom in downtown Miami.
But I think we're up to the task. I think we can do it.
Official confirmation that a formal and binding agreement has now been signed between the non-for-profit Friends of Toki and the owner of the Miami Seaquarium, the dolphin company, to begin the process of returning the 56-year-old orca back home to her natal waters in the Pacific Northwest.
Now it means a promise, and it means that we can show the world that if we work together, we can make it happen.
Toki, one of 7 baby orcas violently captured by hunters in 1970, then sold to various marine parks, and the only one to have survived, living here at the Miami Seaquarium ever since in the smallest whale tank in the world, 80 by 35 feet wide and only 20 feet deep, where she once performed 2 shows a day, 7 days a week, and went by the stage name Lolita until her retirement only a year ago.
The most important thing is Toki's long-term well-being, and together, guided by the experts, we'll continue to do what is best for her.
Toki, deathly ill this time last year with a severe respiratory infection, but according to her caregivers has now rebounded to where she's strong enough to make the 3,000-mile journey to Washington State.
Yes, the vets have specifically given us written assurances that even today she's healthy enough.
Friends of Toki say a number of sites for a natural sea pen that will become Toki's new home have been identified, like this one I visited in the Salish Sea in waters her family, the L-Pod, still swims through today. Her 95-year-old mother is still alive.
But the opportunity for her to acoustically connect with her family, without a doubt. So acoustically, yes, and potentially physically over time.
There will be challenges. The Endangered Species Act comes into play, and federal regulatory agencies like NOAA and the USDA will have the final say on whether or not this will happen.
In a few weeks, we're actually going to Washington to have meetings with them. We're going full steam ahead.
Raynell Morris is optimistic. She's a member of the Lummi Nation, the indigenous people of the Salish Sea who consider Toki a relative and who've been fighting for this to finally happen.
Web of life was broken when they took her. And when we bring her home and reunite her with her mother, her family, her relatives, will repair that web of life.
So that is how they see this. This is about restoring balance to our natural world, making a wrong right. But I need to underscore, the plan has never been to just free her and drop her in the ocean and have her fend for herself. She'll be taken to a natural sea pen where she will receive the same care, if not better care, than she receives now at the Seaquarium, with vets and people to feed her and trainers to enrich her all the while through. At first, about 2 lengths of a football field. Then when she feels comfortable and she's acclimated, that will be opened up to about a 10-15 acre sea pen, again, netted so she can't, go into the open ocean, but with the possibility of finally one day reuniting with the L-Pod. But again, the enrichment training has not yet begun. They have to train her how to swim onto a sling voluntarily, and then that sling will then take her out of her tank in the Seaquarium into a smaller tank that will fit in the back of a semi that'll take her to a C-17 or 747, where she will make that final 3,000-mile journey back home. But all that is still years in the making, and nothing will happen unless NOAA and other state and federal regulatory agencies sign off on this. So not a done deal yet, but a big step forward. Calvin, Nicole, back to you.
Yeah, step in the right direction for sure. Thank you, Louis.